knowledge that he has not played a single Chaos Rush, though, or at least not this particular format. So we'll see if that trips him up at all, or if he's able to adapt.
Yeah,
The
looks
runners
like
are off.
Yeah, let's see what kind of magic we got. Cure 2.
Unfortunately, we
and
don't
Harm
have a
2.
black belt, but if we can find the tail, we'll get Warp and Ice 2 for.
I think you meant to say we don't have a black mage. We definitely have a black belt.
Yes, thank you. Good news is we do have black shirts available, so a couple grand and you can get yourself Ice 2 on a recastable item. So.
Oh, that's huge. That'll get him started. Once the black belt gets level 20-ish, he should be good. We got Bratchek and Matoya. Finds...
Oh, early Masamune at the King.
That'll be really nice. That'll let our runners pick up a couple levels and off the Garland fight and check a couple of chests while they're...
Demon Frog finds a ribbon with dwarves. Isn't a check we've seen a whole lot of, but it's a good one to make.
Yeah, sometimes taking a low chance gamble pays off big. And Demon also finds a gold bracelet and flame shield in Titan's Trove.
Sonny finding the tail early in Sardis Cave. That's going to give him an edge.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how quickly he will class change, whether he class changes right away or waits to try and get a little bit of MDef on the black belt. But looks like he's going straight up to Cardia, so might be class changing right away.
And there continues to be boats in the King of Boats. I mean, this time the princess gave us a little tiny boat, but there's still a boat. And looks like we've got Demon Frog going to Crescent, checking out the item shop.
Yeah, fortunately it looked like, Opal Bracelet and Ribbons buyable in Crescent, so that's going to be your one-stop shop for armor later.
And neither one's too expensive. About 19k will get you kitted out. Not that money is usually a problem towards the end of these seeds once we do a huge grind.
Sages have the Power Gauntlet as well, so Mazza and Power Bonk, so we're obviously off to a really good physical.
So, any wagers on how many thieves are going to stay up?
I think in this particular party, you're probably going to want to keep the thief alive. Just because the white mage isn't going to have very many AoE options available. If fast is learnable in the first 4 levels, fade is learnable in the first 4 levels, that's obviously a good advantage. But otherwise, we're going to need some kind of option for AoE. So I have to think that the thief is going to get promoted and stay alive.
I don't know if I would do that, but it's certainly the safer strat. Have we seen any good black magic yet?
Well, we haven't seen level 2, 3, or 4, so Sonny's going to give us our first look at level 3 and level 4 magic, although it looks like he's skipping black magic.
Which could mean he's either gonna kill off that thief, or maybe just check it later.
Well, Cure 4 at level 3, that's a good thing.
Yeah, Cure 4 and Life, both available at level 3, is going to be really, really big for that white mage. That white mage is not going anywhere. She is definitely safe to stay up and alive.
Demon Frog finding a wild flock of Paralisks. Or are they more like crows? Do you think they're a murder?
A murder of Paralisks? That sounds pretty appropriate. Sonny finds the bottle in the Elfland item shop for about 8k. So a couple of thousand gold could get our runners some extra experience points. Exit at level 4s. Manoji85, our restreamer tonight, pointing out that you should buy 99 heal potions. In Chaos Rush, it takes a lot of time to buy 99 heal potions, especially if you're not going to use them all, so that's something we haven't been seeing as frequently as buying a massive supply of potions.
Yeah, personally, I usually get somewhere between 30 and 50. Although with Cure 4, I probably wouldn't buy any.
Tyrannex managed to pick up a black shirt for his white mage and has gotten through the pirates. And we're going to get our first look at what Biggie has. Biggie has the Q.
So no crown yet. So we're a little limited on the number of grind tiles we're going to be able to find.
Yep, so this is a little bit of a slower party to get started, given that we don't have very good AoE options available, so runners taking a little bit of time to run around and get some chests and whatnot makes a lot of sense. So we will see how quickly our runners can get going now that we've got a couple items and a Mazmune under.
Invis 2 and the level 2 white magic shop. I would like to see them start grinding here shortly with the black shirts at least.
Yeah, and Viz 2 could potentially come in handy, especially since we're not looking to have great AoE options available just yet. Still need to see a couple of levels of black magic. Thor Hammer and Bane Swords both viable in Crescent Weapon Shop, so definitely some good options for grinding.
Brought picking up a couple of light axes. He might have been watching the Seeds last night, and he might be anticipating a phantom party at the end.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we're shooting for in this alternate final boss. I have to think with the white mage, our runners are hoping to see the Phantom Lich combo, only to have some better options available for AoE.
And Bratster is going to make his first, although he's level 1, he's going to go in and check some trap tiles here.
Yeah, this is a dangerous dive, and rock bowls are not friendly, and they're going to have too much HP for those Thor Hammers to be able to take.
Yeah, especially with 9, 6, and 4 HP. That's not a recipe for success.
Yeah, that's potentially a really good grind tile to come back to, but at this level, it's going to be a little bit too much.
We got zombies and trolls up in the Earth Cave. I didn't actually see which tile that is.
With the light axe available to our runners, the zombies are actually a pretty decent option. Looks like they're going down fairly quickly to Mazmune swings as well, so not too. Apologies for the timer not going. We are just past the 9-minute mark. Okay, so Zap and Fire 2 at level 3. Not great, but that Zap could come in handy, especially if it's the fun.
Brat found another ribbon down in Volcano, although not as important since we know they're for sale, but saves you a little money, a little bit of time.
Yeah, Brat really needs to go kill Garland, get himself a couple of levels, otherwise these level 1 dives just really can't get anything out of a dungeon.
And looks
Temper
like
it.
he agrees.
temper at level 4. That's not bad.
Temper at 4 is warp at 1 is enough for me to keep that ninja alive. None of our runners have promoted just yet, it doesn't look like. Oh, I stand corrected. Demon Frog has promoted. Looks like our runners are trying to put the black shirts to use, but we're finding a lot of enemies that are resisting ice damage. Sonic Wrath losing the black belt.
Demon Frog discovering the rock galls. Ooh. Black belt takes a big hit, but is still kind of standing.
Sonny getting level 5 fade. That's gonna definitely help him out on his grind coming up.
Demon Frog rockets all the way up to level 12 with that one fight, which is gonna make these rock galls a lot easier. If that's what he chooses to continue to grind. Looks like he's gonna walk his levels out. Not a bad decision. And Brat is returning now at level 4. Thinks he can get it done now.
Level 4 will let him survive probably about 1 punch from these rock goals. He's popping a couple defense stacks. That could really get through the fight if these rock goals don't have any sort of skill.
We haven't seen him use any skills yet. Doesn't mean they don't have them.
Yep, a couple of evade stacks and Mazmune swings, and down go the rock goals. So, Brat looking to do a solo grind, it looks like. This could certainly pay off pretty quickly. Solo black belt grinding on rock goals is going to get a lot of experience points.
Yeah, that rocketed him up all the way to level 16. One more of that and he'll be in his 20s almost.
Demon Frog checking out the armory and the volcano ways there.
Yep, this is where we saw Bratster get a ribbon earlier, so we know it's going to have one of those for him.
I think the ribbon wasn't in the armory, was it? I thought it was on the north 2 chests.
Oh, my bad. Oh, that was Thunder out of Gerpede, so
Yeah.
those are not looking quite so good for Demon Frog.
Yeah, those aren't worth enough experience to deal with that. And here's the solo grind for Brat. It's pretty risky still, with as little health as he's got.
Yeah, this is also going to eat up a lot of time using heal potions in between fights. Without anybody else to soak hits for that black belt, he's going to be burning through those heal pots pretty quickly.
Yeah, and he doesn't get the Cure 4 from the White Mage. I would have at least kept her alive for that. Or him. I don't know the gender of White Mage.
The White Mage is whatever you want it to be.
That's right.
You have spray for everything. Yeah, I definitely agree. Not only for having the ability to cure 4 between fights to quickly heal back up, but also to have the HP and cure 4s available for later on. Doing a Topher dive is going to go much faster and much safer if you have the ability to cure 4 on the White Mage while you're trying to, punch your fiends down.
Yeah, I've seen several alternate final bosses at level 50 that I needed a Cure 4 to get through the fight. So, we'll see how it goes. It's extremely risky to try the solo black belt in these flags.
yeah, if we get the right kind of final boss, that could be taken care of.
He's already level 31, taking that massa off.
Yeah, this is about the right time to take the Mazza off, and you'll do more damage with your punching. So, Rot's in a pretty good position for this solo grind, but we'll see if this Topher is safe enough to be able to solo it.
Looks like he's level 32 and is gonna try it.
Yeah, this is either going to be a great thing for him leveling that Black Belt solo, or this is going to be a terrible thing as soon as he gets past the Fiend.
Looks like Tyrannix is starting to get some pretty good levels. He's got 25 on his whole party, just about.
Yeah, Sonny Rath's in the lower 20s, like 23. Looks like he's trying to get the HP low on a couple of characters so he can kill them off. And then, I don't know if he's seen the rock galls or what his plan is.
And it looks like Brad is going to give us our first look at Topher, so we will see if the Brazen Solo 32 Black Belt can punch his way to victory. And immediately, Kraken says no.
Kraken definitely showing that he's going to hit like a truck there.
Well, Lich should be a little better time.
Yeah, Lich being much lower on the HP and danger level, a couple of punches goes down and finds carry behind it, so first two Fiends are looking pretty safe.
I don't feel comfortable with that undead rubbing up on him. That's gross. And he's through carry.
So time to find out if this is a final boss that can be soloed with a black belt, or if this is not the fight for Brock.
Yeah. Probably wants Double Dragon. That's not who he wants.
If he can get these defense stacks up fast enough, this is potentially doable, but this is extremely dangerous. And Lich also appears to have slow 2. So this is not a fight that you really want to take solo.
But he's got 2 defense stacks up, and now he's punching. Ooh.
Was that 8
wasn't...
hits for 154?
I'm not sure on the hits, but it was definitely 154. And yeah.
Pratt takes a wipe and immediately decides to change plan.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want that white mage back up for that fight now.
Looks like he's just going to go get more levels.
The levels will help him with his offense, that's for sure. It's a question of whether or not a black belt is going to be able to solo down that whole party. We haven't seen too much out of Lich's spell and skill pool, but I don't like the idea of just trying to do a solo black belt. Meanwhile, Sonny Wrath has decided to Dan the ninja for a 2-man grind. And Tyrannix is done the same.
And I'm guessing Sonny Wrath never saw the rock galls, because he's still doing these zombies, which pretty sure that's less experience. I haven't actually looked at the numbers, but
I'm pretty confident that the zombies are going to be less experienced than the rock goals.
yeah.
Demon Frog has enough levels now where he's got 3 characters that are able to one-shot rock goals, so This is looking pretty good for Demon Frog Scrying.
Tyrannex is looking to kill off his white mage and go all the way to 42.
Dugumi Kyber asking, what's the max evade number? 240 is the max evade that a character or enemy can have. Hey, thanks, Zara, for the bits. So, a reminder, this is race 1 of 3 for tonight. And we've got Pod C and Pod D have finished their races, so by the end of this seed, by the end of tonight, we will know one of the runners that will be eliminated out of the first round as we move on to our round of 16 next week.
Broster leaving the volcano. He may be going back for round 2 in Topher.
Tyrannex is also level 42. But he's got a mid-30s white mage. So, we'll see how this goes. I don't know what level his ninja is. Thief. He didn't class change. Rodster through that gross undead and carry.
One-shotting both Lich and Carry. He's definitely got the offense for it, but those Phantoms are hitting hard.
Oh, and the slow to land, so he's only got one punch. That would be an automatic reset in my.
I agree. But he's still the only one in here trying this, so he's still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, looks like Tyrannex might be right behind him. He is stocking up on some ribbons and opals, so he may be next to try it.
And he's back.
Yep, looks like Tyrannex finished off the solo grind, so Black Belt's likely got some levels, and that White Mage definitely has much more HP and more spell charges, so definitely liking Tyrannex's chances so far.
And Brought wiped again. Those Phantoms did not care that he was throwing up defense stacks. Looks like Brought is gonna bring back both his characters and try and get some levels.
Either get some levels or just use them as a meat shield. Either way, he's going to need something more than just a solo black.
And I think he wants a couple of Cure 4 charges. Doesn't currently have any.
Yeah, some Cure 4 charges, some Invis 2 charges, something.
Tyrannex is through carry. We've got Demon Frog finding Kraken and saying nope. Do not want. Unsubscribe.
Sarni Wrath right behind him taking out Garland.
Demon Frog takes out the undead. Moving on to carry. And Tyrannex has killed at least one of the Phantoms. And getting some Invis 2 stacks up. Luckily, those Phantoms, none of them crit him there on that turn, so gonna have another turn of having everybody up. I think this is gonna be all she wrote.
Yeah, as long as slow 2 doesn't land on the black belt, this is looking really good.
Yeah, I'm thinking Tyrannex has this one. It's going to be pretty close between Sonny and Demon Frog. They're both at Chaos at about the same time, so hopefully both of them get good rolls.
Sonny Wrath actually bought Fade. I don't know if anybody else has. Oh, yep, Demon Frog did. And GG to
Tyrannex
Tyrannex.
gets another 1,000 damage on Lich 2, and that's all she wrote for Tyrannex.
Tyrannix getting the
Tyrannix is our
first place.
Go ahead. Yep, finished with a time of 24 minutes and 41 seconds. Magus asking how many races left tonight. There will be 2 more after this. This is the first race of 3.
Falconic saying we're a little quiet.
I think this may be it for Demon Frog. He's down to 2 more Phantoms. Sonny looks like he's still having a little trouble.
Oh, and Demon picked up Fade, and 1 more Fade takes out the last of the Phantoms. So Demon Frog is our second place finisher, time of 25:36. So that's 3 points for Tyrannix for the first race, and 2 points for Demon Frog.
And Sonny Wrath takes a wipe. And Bratster's trying it again here. Trying to get his defense stacks up before they kill him. And it's not looking pretty.
Yeah, Brat may need to back out and get some levels at least on his White Mage so he can help get them levels at least on his White Mage.
Alright, Brock getting through Lich 2, just as Sonny Wrath is getting through Carry 2. Sonny Wrath is going to give the Lich and Phantoms another go. Alright, Rod is through the Carry 2 fight again, and Sarnarath trying to take down these Phantoms. Sarn out of Cure 4 to keep the Black Belt alive. And it looks like that slow 2 did land on the Black Belt, unfortunately, so this could be a slow finish.
Yeah, it's looking like Sonny may wind up taking a wipe here. Even with that Cure 4, it's not looking too good.
But he's fallen back on Light Axe strat since he's got some defense stacked up on Black Belt. Decided he didn't like the damage and he's going to switch back over to the Power Bomb. Right now, this is a close race for third place as Brat and Sonny are trying to finish this final ball.
Slug 2 hitting Sonny again, so that Black Belt's damage just dropped solidly.
Yeah, well, one slow 2 hits the first time, you're already down to 1 hit, so... Ooh, a critical gets through on Bratster and takes out about... Ooh, and another one gets through, and that's it for Bratster's block.
No, Liches have nuke.
Sonny also takes a wipe. So definitely those Liches are pulling their punches until they finally reveal having the... I wonder if that will change Sonny Wrath's strategy at all. Potentially could try to focus on the Lich 2s, given that they have the slow 2 and the nuke, to take them out first to make the rest of the fight safer. We'll see if he adjusts at all.
Yeah, if he can get enough defense stacks off, and take those Liches out, those Phantoms won't be a problem. They hit hard, but enough defense, you don't have to worry about it.
Buster's bound and determined to not have to go get more levels. He thinks he can do this, so hopefully one of these runs he'll get through. Sonia's White Mage is still alive, throwing out a couple of fades. Yeah, Doogie McGyver pointing out it's tough to tell whether banging your head against the wall is better than spending a couple levels to go grind and get your party members leveled up. And that is a very tough debate in Chaos Rush, is knowing when to adjust and when to change your strategy. You really have to consider at what point is it no longer worth continuing to slam into the same wall over and over and try and change your strategy to make it through. Sarnirath has taken down the Liches now, and so no more risk of slow 2. Takes a nasty critical.
Yeah, Sonny just have to pray that another hit doesn't get through. But so far, he's looking good. 2 down. 2 down.
Oh no, and both our runners take a wipe at the same time. Yeah, I'm not sure why Broster decided to abandon the defense strat. Those evade stacks would have definitely helped him get through the Phantoms.
Sonny's Thief going down again.
Yeah, throwing out the light axe from the White Mage, I'm curious why not use Fade. Maybe that was just a missed input, but Fade's coming out.
Sonny taking a reset there. And Broadster taking a wipe.
Broster takes a wipe and also has chosen to forfeit, so as long as Sonirath finishes this run, he's basically got infinite time at this point, being the last runner.
Yeah, Sonny not feeling the pressure anymore. He knows he's got third, so it's just a matter of getting through this last fight and moving on to the next season.
Yeah, I've definitely played Seeds where Seed just gets to you. You bang your head into the same wall over and over, and you eventually get to the point where you're like, I've had enough. It's happened to all of us, so a bit unfortunate for Brat.
Yeah, we've all had those. That's just the curse of the randomizer. It's either going to love you or it's going to hate you.
And Sonirath gets slow 2'd and decides to immediately reset. He already had 2 evade stacks. I might have considered just going for light axe strategies until the Liches and Phantoms went down.
Yeah, at this point, that would be an extremely safe strat. Get your defense stacks up and just light axe everything down.
All right, getting the defense stacks up. Fortunately, hasn't taken much damage yet, so this is looking like a promising start. If you can get those 3 defense stacks on the white mage, it should be pretty safe to go ahead and start throwing out the fades.
Yeah, these phantoms are playing nice. They're throwing out lit 2s right now.
That thief has done the job and gotten one of the liches down. So this is a great start. Oh, and the phantoms have slow as well. Another fade comes out, good damage, and we're down to just 3 phantoms.
And Sonny takes that one. GG on that one.
Alright, so with that, Sonny Wrath takes 3rd place and earns himself 1